I'm sorry? LEAP? Yeah. Oh, so the LEAP is the after-school program. Yes, 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 yes. So the LCAP, I need the LCAP to guide my SIPSA. So we have the same goals. Okay, so the three goals are district-wide at the district level, and then my three goals for the SIPSA, the school plan for student achievement, that's what SIPSA stands for. That is what I need to make it, to have a successful academic experience for the children. That's what the SIPSA is. Good question. Any other questions?
So just looking at the agenda, the school site plan, it says it's a 24 review, is that correct? It says supposed to be different numbers there.
25, 26.
There you go. I'm over here.
You're gonna change that? Yes. 25, 26, yes, sir. 25, 26.
Sí, ya, pues, en el-
Sí, está ahí abajo. Está en inglés y en español.
Ah, ok, sí, ya. Lo había visto.
Sí, está en inglés y en español.
Y ahí se lo trajo. ¿Todo bien?
I just gave it to me. I'm going to mark you guys did. It's the same one that's at the board meeting. Okay, so it's not 24, it's 25, 26 until the next school year. And then I have a cheat sheet here because you all know how long the SIPS is, so I have a cheat sheet here that will be easier to explain what the changes are. I don't know where she is. See,
She's asking for
do we have water?
Oh, yes, sorry.
So we're gonna go ahead and get started.
Okay, vamos a
It's
empezar.
okay. Okay, well, welcome everybody. Thank you for being here. Okay, we have our president. Would you like to go over the minutes and ask for approval? We have our minutes. Does everybody have a copy of the minutes? Okay.
I read through them already, they look good to me, so, nobody has any concerns, I'll motion to approve.
I'll second that.
Thank you, sir. Okay, and we're gonna do certificates last in case, we need to have another meeting. All right, well, thank you guys for being here once again. All right, so at this time of the year, I reviewed the SIPSA. I took feedback from staff. I took feedback from you all. You did it with Ms. Colom last week. And then also Ms. Colom did it with the school site, with the copy of the principal. So I had several pieces of feedback from different groups. And so looking at that, it was pretty much the same. The only differences from the SIPSA that I unfortunately had to change. What's pretty neat after looking at all of the surveys, it shows me that you all want to keep what we're doing, right? So that was nice to see. There was a couple of hopes for next year, and I'll go over that. And I'll show you how I put it in the SIPSA. Okay, so if you look at my cheat sheet, what's changing this year from the SIPSA is due to funding, and the following have to be collapsed.
Collapse means removed.
Removed, yeah. So this past year, I had 3 instructional assistants, okay, and you know.
Yes.
3 instructional assistants. One of my instructional assistants, she went to Willow, and she applied for a full-time position. And so that left a vacancy here at the school, and that was frozen due to budget cuts. And unfortunately, at the board meeting last month, it was cut. So unless we get a really good budget in July, for now, I can't bring back that person. So then we're left with two IAs. Yeah, it's a huge thing. The other huge loss is our intervention teacher. Our intervention teacher will be cut due to budget. So she's not coming back, and you can see she helped monitor and support students at all levels, not just the strategic and intensive. She helped with math, she helped with test prep, She's the one that is doing the CASP assessment. She is the one that does the SSTs. If you had an SST with one of your kids, she's the one so it's a huge loss. So unfortunately, due to funding, that is cut. So, and I want to stress how important she is, just in case we get some funding. I will hopefully propose this next school year, because it's a very important piece of our school community here, for our children. So she's being cut, and also my campus security has been cut. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did happen, yeah.
Hi,
Sorry, it's okay, come on in.
Thank you. Tuve que empezar. No, it's okay. Thank you. Sorry.
So we, and the talk with HR right now with campus security, and I didn't put this in the plan because it's not set, but I do want to let you know, it looks like we might be sharing the campus security with Smythe. But until I see it on paper, I will add it on to the SIPSA for next school year. And so next school year, I'm going to ask for another approval to amend the SIPSA. Okay, so we have cut, so his last day will be the student's last day, Mr. And if I put a name to it, it's Mr. Jose right now, but it's the title that's on the side. Yeah, such a shame. But something positive, let me just go, and then for action 1.5, one of the new titles up at the district office is the coordinator of federal and state programs and coordinator of federal and state programs in language. Title I pays for part of the resource teachers, the assistant superintendent, pupil services. So that's why that is part of our SIPSA. It's part of our funds, go to the district to fund those positions. And this year we have a new person, and so that's added on to one of the titles. And if you want to add a name to that, that's Ms. Connie Rodriguez. Okay. Something positive, that we got a grant. We got a wonderful music and art grant for next school year. It's about $65,000. I added it very generic in the SIPSA because I still don't know what there is out there. Okay. I know one thing that I did ask Ms. Deb to do. Are you all familiar with the outreach that the children are doing once a week? Because everybody's doing it this year. So they go to the class once a week. They have an art class, and it's a social emotional. Okay, and that was, how much that was? $15,000. It's about $15,000. So I'm trying to secure about 2 years of that. All right. Any questions on the changes?
Is it as a district program or?
The SIPSA, this is the school program. So I just want to show you guys where the changes were made. So in a nutshell, these are the changes. Everything else is staying the same as last year. So in the first one, the 1.7, let me just show you guys here with the aides. And I'm hoping, we will have a preliminary budget in May, and that'll give me an idea of what our July budget looks like. But the budget is not looking good. It's not looking good. We're waiting for the feds to hand out the budget and see what it looks like. So the instructional aids, that's staying the same. What changed was the amount. This last year was almost $50,000. So that came down to $27,000. And I don't have a budget yet. So what I did is I put last year's numbers. I'll have a preliminary budget in May. Okay, so May, the end of May, we get that, and I'll be able to have some sort of idea what it's going to look like. And then July 1st is when we get the new budget. The other one, the intervention teacher, as you can see, intervention should have been after this, 1.8. And it's not there, so we're not getting that. Security, that was in action step 2, which is in our campus positive academic environment that are safe, welcoming, and drug-free. That was cut. So I just want to show you guys that it's no longer there. We have our attendance monitoring. We have our Swiss, which is kind of like our referrals. Our social worker. And our reading buddies, we're gonna continue with that. Our student council, we're continuing, all of this does not cost money. Okay. And then supporting mental health and well-being in the classrooms, we're gonna continue with our second step curriculum. Our sixth grade camp, that's part of our enrichment, and I think that's the last one. Oh. Pupil and family engagement and outreach. So this is where we get support from the districts with our after-school programs. And that's it for goal number 2. So as you can see, the security has been cut. Any questions on that? I can go through the rest of the steps if you would, but I just wanted to show you guys that it's the same one in a nutshell. This was changed. Question?
Yes. About the security, campus security. So since that has been completely eliminated, will it affect the drop-off time? Like sometimes you allow parents to bring kids by 7:45. Is that gonna continue to bring kids to the campus by 7:45 in the morning?
Okay, so it's not good, but I will add to that, and because it's said on our plan, I also was cut a campus aide. So this year I have 4 campus aides and they're only gonna give me 3. I still have to see how I'm gonna manage that. But the drop off is gonna stay the same.
Okay.
Yeah, you can drop off at 7:45. And don't forget, we're still gonna have the Y. Okay, so the after school program. I mean, the before school.
So there'll pretty much be nobody watching who's coming
No,
in
no.
the house.
I won't have a campus aide, but I won't have security, but I will have a campus aide. Yeah. Yeah. I know, I still have to see, I'm gonna work that out. That's gonna be a tough one because you all see how valuable our campus security is. I don't know how we're gonna split it. Is it gonna be half day? Is it gonna be 2 days here, 3 days over there? Just because I'm really pushing for somebody and they said, I'll give you, what you're gonna have to share it.
So these were adjustment from the district, right? District cut all this.
Because of the budget,
Because
cuts.
of that.
Yeah, budget cuts, yeah.
Do they give you any option to cut, or they just say this is what we?
So that's a good question. So the way it was cut, because there was vacancy, so what they did not wanna do, they did not wanna, fire somebody. So my old security, she, is now a teacher, right? She's now a teacher, so she left the job. So they did not fill that vacancy. I have, sub because we still have the money to pay for it this year. So I just have money to the end of the year. My IA, she got another job at Willow with you. So that vacancy was not filled. And the campus aide, she also went back to school. And so they didn't fill that position.
So it's like they kind of manage the positions, just different, I mean, personnel.
So what they did is if there was a vacancy, they didn't hire. Because the purpose is they don't wanna, fire people, right? So now we have to deal with those fires, right? They're vacancies. They're like, how are we gonna do it? I don't know.
So I don't know if it's too early to ask, but what do you expect when you first see about, or something that you probably need? And as a parent, we can raise the voice, but start not having security.
Oh my gosh, okay. Well, let me just tell you, I have 5 special ed classes at this school. And campus is very important, and campus security helps me with the needs in
No, I
those
know, and
classes.
I seen he's really good.
He's amazing, and Samantha was amazing.
It was awesome.
Yes,
So I got no question about how good they were. I'm
Mhm.
saying, what you foresee from this, because you're.
Oh.
Yeah, that's.
Behavior.
That's
Behavior. Behavior,
And I know it's gonna really want you to that, especially.
behavior.
So, if we, we just raise a hand somewhere, because I know about the other needs, on the other.
Yeah.
And I just wanna know what can you expect, I'm not saying you're gonna assume you work here, you know, your campus. Sometimes I can say, I can tell from what I see.
Yeah.
And not seeing it, I can speculate that this is gonna happen.
Yeah, so behavior, safety, and it's safety, like, for example, We have, one of our 4 or 5 STC classes, we have students with tremendous special needs with emotional outbursts and when the student has an outburst, guess what? We call it campus security and yeah, and they manage, so, right? And so now those students are gonna go to you next year, right? And I don't know, it's like, who am I gonna send Jorge? Am I gonna, I'm not always available, I'm in meetings all day. And sometimes I do have to leave my meeting to go help support that. But Plan B, hopefully, is the budget. If the feds can give us a good budget, and I do have another thing in my back pocket. So it's not on here, but I will share this with you guys. I think we're gonna become, what is it, the school, Mr. Ramos, what is it, Veronica, Community School. I think we're getting a community school grant. I think we applied for it, and it's about 250,000. I think that's what Veronica told me. About $250,000. Okay. Now we get that. I don't know if with that if I can hire personnel. But my plan Z, because I don't want to, my plan Z is to hire a security guard. Because from all of these cuts, my biggest loss is security. That's my biggest loss, right? Instruction, and then the intervention teacher is, you know what, they're all losses. They're all losses. But, so I've got community schools, coming. I have to see if they'll allow me to hire people. I don't know I just know that I met with, Ms. Medina, who helped me write, she wrote the grant, kind of explained the money. I don't know if I have it yet, and then we'll see the logistics of, how to do it, yeah. Because like with the CSI, right now the CSI, and it's really hard to spend the CSI money. We still have that $80,000, but it's really hard to spend that money, right?
So this is like the projected spend of the month.
It's already been done. It's already been done.
Is there gonna be some notification to parents?
I can send it. No, I didn't even think of that, but I could do it. Yeah, I think the big thing that everybody needs to know about security.
Well, I think it would be a good idea, just in case I don't get,
Money,
well,
if the government doesn't,
no,
Make it rain.
like me as parent come in and I see labs or I can't see security or special kids, something that
Yeah.
can affect that you say, then what? And I just wanna say like, okay, parents, this is what's gonna happen.
yeah. And what another thing is, asking for volunteers,
I
right?
was gonna ask you that next question.
Asking for volunteers.
Yeah, maybe parents of the school.
Yeah.
I'm sure I gotta be a correct.
Yeah, they have to be a parent of the school, they have to go background check, they have to go through, HR, and they have to fill out all of that. So we're hoping for that. But I know, so right now, this is what it looks like, again, may revise. And construction coming up. Construction's coming up. Yeah. So what was nice about construction last time, they did give me 2 campuses, they gave me more money for campuses because, remember, we had children without the structure for months. And we had like different centers, different areas, and I needed help managing that, right? So I did get money to bring in more campuses. So let's see what that looks like, but yeah. And they haven't told me when that's gonna get, do you know when it's gonna get started? Next year?
I think
The end of next school year, right?
yeah, something like that, because they already completed.
UDM?
No, the school down here by fire, the one in the corner. To the north.
Oh, middle school? The middle school.
No, the one that goes to the mall.
Sim.
Oh, Willow.
Willow.
Oh, yeah, the gate.
Yeah, the gate,
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's your school.
Yes. We can't get in without the.
Yeah, they did actually, they were very good, they changed the whole thing, the gates and everything, the back gate, they did.
Oh, that's good. I haven't seen it. I haven't been there yet. Yeah, it's pretty good. I
Yeah,
hear
I
that
asked-
they're secure.
I asked, if that was just a mock.
What did they say?
No, so it's only for we that.
We can say, hi, first another time, taking please.
Sorry.
Your numbers ready.
Excited.
But I'll tell you what, we don't need that because I know they have problems with homelessness, right? You guys have, so,
No, that's.
yeah, we don't have that. We don't have that. So I
No,
think
but,
it's,
on
I
that
haven't
note,
seen it.
I haven't seen it, yes, but, on that note, it's just, I'm talking about construction.
Yeah.
You know, so that's something, I think will be a good thing if it happens to your school, because then that can be added.
Yeah,
Not part of your budget.
the district budget, yeah. Yeah.
They got a lot of money in there.
Absolutely. We've got our intel right here. Yeah, so yeah, it's really sad, so I have to take that out of our system. So we have the music program, and I'm hoping that, you know, with the music program will, I don't know what I'm hoping, but we've got that money coming in. And, you know, that's really restricted, it can only be for music, it's a lot of money, $65,000 is a lot of money. And then I'm assuming we're still gonna have the after-school program, so the after-school program does offer a lot of enrichment for our children. So I don't know, we'll see, that's still, I just put that in there because it's a chunk of money. And then when I get, resources or, I don't know, music, whatever, I'll bring it back to school site council and I'll present, what we wanna offer the students next year. I would love to do chorus. I would love to do like theater, you know, so the children can do like a play or something. Yeah, so we have to, again, you know, is this money for teachers or is this money, I don't know how to use this money. I don't know what the parameters are yet. But that, I think that would be amazing. Imagine you guys, hey, there's 7 p.m., La Mirada, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory or something, right? And just so you know, all schools are getting, I think it was all elementary schools. I don't know if the middle schools are getting, but all elementary schools got,
That's next year.
for next year, yeah. Yeah, and if we got $66,000 and we're a tiny little school, I can imagine the other schools got a lot more.
So you don't, still don't know what.
Well, we get to choose it. We get to choose it. I just don't know what programs are. I just found this, I went to a management meeting about 2 weeks ago, and they told us about this to add it to the SIPSA. So, I don't know if the districts are they're gonna give me like a list of, you know, programs, or if I go out there and, or I have to, you know, meet with the county. I don't know. We still have to see what's out there.
So you can provide instructions.
That's what I don't know. I hope so.
Outside of that, you can say,
Yeah, no, I hope so. I hope, like I said, I would love to do like a play or something now. I don't know. I would love for an additional person, not just our people, because our people are in the after-school program, which is great, right? I would love to have somebody else, like our art reach teacher. She's an art teacher, only does art, and that's what she travels, and they love it, the SEL, yeah. So, any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
The art and music, so does it mean it's gonna be completely separate from the school program? Like, we start at 8:30 to 3.
That's a good question. I
Is
don't
it gonna
know.
be incorporated or is it gonna be like?
I don't know. I don't know. You know, when I was in elementary school, I went to school in National City, and we had, the music bus. And so, like, every week, we would see a big music bus, and then it was during the school day, like on Thursdays at 10 o'clock, 10 to 11, you have this class. So maybe it'll be like this, I don't know. And then, yeah, during class, yeah, and, my guitar class, I did violin, I hated it. I did violin for 1 year. My mom did not let me quit it. She said, you're gonna finish. And so I could finish a whole year violin. Both my brothers did trumpet, and they're both professional musicians. Yeah, I needed it. Well, maybe because I don't have an ear for music, right? But I didn't like it. Yeah, but my mom made me finish it. Nope. And she didn't have to pay for it, but she's like, can you start something? You finish it. Good lesson in life, right? So back then, I was like, oh, hey, Thursday. That's why I remember Thursdays. And it was at 10 a.m. I've never forgotten that. Okay, so that is the change. So if you flip it over. So I should have started with this. So our CISA from last year, okay, gave us these scores, and I just want to go over these scores. I try to do it in a way because when you look at the dashboard, it's so it's a lot. So I kind of did again this little cheat sheet. So the scores that we got earlier this year for our students, English language arts, okay, the previous year, 22-23, we were on red. So it's red, gosh, I'm so bad at these colors. It's red, orange, yellow, green, and blue, okay? So we went up 2 colors. We improved 27.6 points. It was the highest gain in the district for language arts, our school, okay? Mr. Ramos, correct me if I'm wrong with anything, please, okay? But our school, right? Our little school of 20 teachers, the largest gain in the whole district, 27.6 points, okay? We skipped 2 colors. Our goal last year, so 2 years ago, our goal was to go up 1 color. That's what we had proposed, which is about 3 to 5%. 1 color, we went up 2 colors, okay? In language arts, we went up 2 colors. In math, we went up 17.5 points, okay? So the next color that I would like to land on next year would be green, right? And then it would be blue, and the highest you can go is blue, that's it. Okay, it's blue. Suspension, we were on orange, we skipped yellow, and we went straight to blue. Blue is the highest, the best score you can get because we had 0 suspensions. Unfortunately, this year I've had 2 suspensions, so I don't know if we're just gonna lose points and still stay on blue, or if we're gonna go down to green. Even if we're on green, that's really good. That's really good, yeah. And again, I do want to, what are we doing for suspension? What are we doing to avoid all the suspensions? Well, we have an amazing social worker. We have amazing teachers that they work with the children in the classroom. Suspension is only for anything that is inappropriate that is brought into the school, or if a student beats up another kid, bodily harms, right? Other than that, we do groups, we redirect students, restorative practices, okay? And it's been very successful because in elementary school, the goal is to guide children, right? It's not always, it's not always, you did this wrong, punishment, punitive, yeah. It's let's learn from it. So we're going to continue to do that. Chronic absenteeism, we went up just a little bit, 4.2%, but we're still on red. That is the lowest score. That has been very, very challenging. And I will say the children that are chronically absent, they're the same group of kids. For whatever reason, we know what the reasons are. We know who the students are. Just know that, Ms. Garcia, Ms. Jeb, Ms. PBIS, and the teachers, we're constantly reaching out to them, offering support. But it's a handful of students that keeps us on the red. And the thing is, the red is not as important as helping the students. So the red helps us see, you guys, we have to do something. And we continue. That's why we always have Spirit Days, Spirit Weeks. We have the best attendance, right? We have the best attendance. So that's something that we still have to work on. And I don't know, maybe it's because we're a border town, right? I don't know. And then English learner the progress, we stayed the same, which is orange to orange, which is still okay. Red is the bottom and then it's orange, but we're working on that. And so that is our students that we passed away to. So in a nutshell, that's how we did, but I'm so proud of our staff here that did so well. We were celebrated by the district at one of the board meetings. If you were at one of the board meetings, La Mirada was celebrated for doing so well on the dashboard. something. So that just shows me that our students can do it. And if we give these, we propose these expectations to our students, like right now, we're doing the CAS test. What do I tell the kids every morning? We expect, not hope, we expect for you to do your best. That's the expectation, right? We're not hoping, we expect you to do your best. Any questions on our data? So I kind of like this, and I'm gonna show my staff this, just because we get on the dashboard, there's just so many squares and so many numbers, but this really, kind of breaks it down to, it hits the main points, yeah. And then to let you know, on these, there's even subgroups, right? So, like if I go onto English language arts, and if I click on that, it'll give me like, how did the homeless youth do? How did the foster youth? How did the special ed? So it breaks it down to different subgroups. So you can really dive into good data to see what specific subgroups, and so that's what I do. That's part of my job, to see what specific subgroups. And it's usually English language learners and our students with special needs. Any other questions? So, reviewed the changes. I have the SIPSA that I'm going to turn in. If you want me to go over it, it's the same thing. This is the only change. I'm happy to review it. But if not, I would like to ask for your approval of the SIPSA for the 25-26 school year. Unless you all would like me to make changes, or you have any questions, or this is a time to discuss how we can support our students, what you think. And remember, this is a working document that we're always talking about. And so if something we need to add throughout the year, we can always do that. What?
And now, just thinking about, let's say we approve, but they've already done it.
That's already cut.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If we get a budget, the first thing that I'm gonna ask for, depending on the number.
I think the question is, how do are we approving the changes or?
Well, you're approving the document. Everything's the same as last year, except these are the changes that were made. Just because,
Changes and then we approve the SIPSA.
Yeah, the SIPSA. So what I wanted to show is that SIPSA from last year gave us these scores, okay? And so the SIPSA from last year, after doing all the surveys, we pretty much asked for the same thing, okay? But I did want to share that I had to pull out these, make these changes, not because you asked or the survey said, but because of the money. And the bottom one too, we got that grant, so I added this.
So as far as the SIPS is concerned, the budget's set, it's not gonna change even if we don't get any money from the federal government, correct?
We don't even know what the budget looks like.
Okay.
We don't know what it looks like yet. There's a mayor revise this month sometime, but the real budget comes out in July, and then there are carryover, then in September, there's another budget that comes out. So that's why in every meeting, and if I change anything, that's what I have to bring up. But as of right now, nobody knows. So the actions, that's why most of these actions have no money attached to it. Because then I don't have to pay for it, and that's something that I can do. The only thing that has money attached to it, I want to make sure that everybody, everybody's clear on this. The only ones that have money are the IAs. And this one is which one? This one here, I automatically get money for parents. That's a title. That's a line item. This is something that this is carrying over. It's a Title I parent involvement. So that one, I already know that I have. And the other ones, nothing. Let me start from the very top. Okay. So this one was money that we had this year. Okay. We will have 33,000. We already ordered all of this. So it's all of the workbooks for next year. We ordered it, and this is how much it cost us. Because we know how much all of our, like the students, the little workbooks that they take home, we already ordered them, so that's how much it cost us, 33,000. And then this one says Title I, because this is from the district, this is the after-school program. That's what the district pays for, the ELO. Teacher collaboration is free, district funded, that is our sci-fi team. Okay. Professional development, district funded, that's the professional development that the district proposes. Now, next year, what I did keep, what I kept, it says conferences. So, just like some of you that went to GovIT, if we have money that comes in May, I will add the line here. And then I can invite more people. So usually the district only pays for 2 people, right? And this year, 3, you went, right? You went and 2 of the teachers went. So we paid for 1 person from the school budget. Okay. But as of right now, the school cannot afford anything. Whatever the district says, you can only send 2, then that's it. But if we get more money, then I can add it on this, and then I can offset. Let's see. Nothing here. This one is this is all of the people up at the district office that helps us with our school. This is district funded. Supplies and technology needs. This should have, oh, there's nothing. There's nothing. Because we haven't bought anything yet for next year, because we don't know how much we have. But if we do get money, we're gonna be able to buy maybe like plugs for the computers or something for our technology.
There was a grant approved recently, so.
Oh,
probably,
good.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome, that sounds great.
I didn't hear what she asked.
She said it was a grant approved.
Mhm.
Good, I'll add that grant when I get it. So just like those grants that come in, I'll add it as I get it. Instructional aids, they already told me I can keep 2. And I know that 2 cost me $27,000. So I should have $27,000 in the upcoming budget, so that's for sure. And then we go with, this is our school monitor attendance, that's Ms. Garcia. I should have put a name to it, but that's our OC, right? That doesn't cost us because that comes from the district, from the general fund. Our Swiss forms, that's a piece of paper. We don't pay for that, but we use it. That's like our referrals. Our social worker, the school doesn't pay for it. She's district funded. Reading buddies is free. Student council is free. Support of our YES program that's here does not, we don't pay for it. 6th grade camp, that one's, the students pay for that. Pupil engagement, pupil and family engagement and outreach, that is also district funded. Let's see, and then we've got goal 3. Parent meetings, that is this is a Title I. The Title I that the district always gives, that's a carryover, so I know that we're gonna get that. I think that was, let's see what else we have here for money. This is, and these are our meetings that we have, that doesn't cost any money. Parent-school communication, that doesn't cost any money. Title I meeting, that doesn't cost any money. Pupil and family engagement, oh, you know what, oh, because I've got it in the other goal. That is district funded, doesn't cost us any money. Surveys, they don't cost us any money, and that's it. So you see how we have to be really creative with everything because there's no money. And so once we get money, then we'll be able to hopefully get a compensate and any other questions? All right, guys, are we going to approve it or do you guys have more questions?
I don't have any other questions. If nobody else has, I'll motion to approve the changes.
Well, since it's been approved, this is our last meeting, and I want to thank everybody. I have a certificate of participation. I value your time, I value your input, and hopefully we can work again next year. So I would like to thank Ms. Victoria Gonzalez. Yay! Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, when you stand up.
Don't see it.
Estamos aprendiendo más para los hijos.
Miss Iván Lizárraga. Mr. Frank Coates.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to sign them.
Oh.
Thank you so much for everything, and I'm gonna miss you, man, with the boys, with those boys.
That's right.
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you.
Don't have to deal with me.
Hoy está bien uno de ustedes.
That's a
Mr.
good
Juan
one.
Morales. I'll see you 2 more years. Wait, she's in 4th grade, right?
See?
I'll see you 2 more years.
Big smiles. Ready? Okay.
Miss Rayleigh. I'll see you. How many more years till we retire? 5 more years. 5 more years. Oh, thank you so much.
Good, good.
I'll send you the picture. Okay, very good. I'll forward it to you.
Miss Elmi Flores. For all your help.
Teka na tayo ulit.
Me están esperando en el parking.
What people have to say up there because Giovanna had to leave. Miss Cawthorn.
Yeah.
They're on everybody, right?
1, 2, just like you, like 30 pictures.
And then Miss Jen. Jerry has her. Thank you guys, we're done. We're done, 3:47. Thank you so much. See you guys. Do you have any public comments?